Hey guys, it's GirlGotGame, and welcome back to the Crimson Flower That Divides Lunar Coupling. Today, it is not Naran's turn, even though he is on screen, but we are back in Naran's point of view at the beginning of the game because it is Ruzi's turn to shine. And this is our first time seeing Ruzi in the game, so I thought we'd start here for the last time, and then we'll pop in when he meets Naala. But to begin...
Achoo! I wonder if someone is talking about me. I sneeze when someone talks about me. My dead mother used to joke about that. I looked down at the buzzing castle town, praying that the rumors would be good. I hope the women haven't been treated badly. They're probably okay. There is Lord Toya's law, after all. If I don't say it out loud, I'd feel anxious and suffocate. As I closed my eyes in prayer, a concerned voice called out to me from a short distance away.
There he is.
What's wrong, Naran? Are you hurting somewhere?
Because I closed my eyes, it seems that I was misunderstood that I was not feeling well. The one who approached me worriedly was the man called the best doctor in the country, Ruzi. Oh, no. I was just praying that things would turn out well.
I see. I'm praying too that no more people get hurt.
You're just like Lord Toya. Sometimes the king, Lord Toya, when he visits Bro's mansion, looks like Ruzi now when he talks about the future of women. He looks like he had something bitter in his mouth for a long time that he didn't want to chew. I'm more worried about Ruzi than I am about myself. Ruzi is one of those researching a cure for the rot to improve the condition of the women. I think that because that research didn't get done in time before the war, he feels even more rushed and is working recklessly.
I'm so curious if we're going to do more research about the rot on Ruzi's route. That'd be kind of cool.
If I looked closely, I could see dark circles under his eyes. When I was worried and stared at him, Ruzi, who seemed to have realized the meaning of my gaze, awkwardly diverted the conversation.
What brings you to the castle, Naran?
Well, I heard that Bro was injured in a fight with Roos King, so I was worried and was looking for him.
I see. I didn't see him anywhere in any of the military installations, so I'm assuming he's in the royal castle.
Yeah, but I couldn't find him in the castle either. If he's moving around, then maybe his injuries aren't that bad.
Well, if it was a serious injury, they'd be talking to me, so maybe it's a minor injury.
I hope so. I'm worried about Bro because sometimes he moves even when he's badly wounded.
I don't think people who are seriously injured walk around with angry shoulders like that.
Lord Seth, you're here too. Lord Seth is supposed to be the eldest son of a great aristocrat with the second oldest lineage after the royal family, but he doesn't give off that kind of vibe at all. He always had stubble on his face and seemed to hang out with his friends whenever he had free time. His title is secretary to his father, Minister Orda, but he doesn't seem to be working. He says, "I'm the prodigal son until the day I die." He's not very aristocratic, so he hates being treated like one. That's why, even though I do call him Lord, I speak to him casually. Lord Seth, you saw Bro?
Yeah. From a distance, though. He seemed to be very angry.
Yeah, he was given an impossible task for this battle. But I think he knew that and agreed before deploying, so there must have been something else? I hope it's not bad news.
If it's good news, I heard a rumor.
Good news?
Apparently, the commander has taken an interest in a certain woman.
Ruzi's face,
Huh? Really? Bro has? Bro is extremely popular, but he's never taken the initiative to hit on a girl on his own. If Bro has taken an interest, then Lord Seth is right. That is good news.
Well, it's good news for you, isn't it, since you wanted to get married?
Yeah! But why the sudden interest?
I heard that several of Lord Siren's subordinates were sent to the hospital.
Ah, I see. Before he went into battle, he said something like, "I want a tough, strong-minded woman. A person who can fight that much even when surrounded by men might have a chance." I see. I hope that person would become Bro's wife.
Yeah, fat chance of that happening.
It's too soon to tell. No matter how strong-minded she is, it's impossible for her to choose someone as her husband right after she was forcibly brought here.
I know that, but... I chuckle at Ruzi, who still looks as if he's biting a bitter bug, and shift my gaze to the setting sun.
Can you blame the man? You're talking about his girl. This time.
When I bathed in the warm light all over my body, a fire of hope lit up in my chest. But you know, if such a strong woman were to become his wife, I'm sure Bro will be reassured. And by extension, she will have the power to change this continent. I genuinely believed that at the time. Because I never imagined that kind Bro would do such a thing.
Ominous ending. Alright. And now, I shall skip ahead until Ruzi meets our girl Naala. See you in a bit. Okay, we have made it to the first meeting, so let's see how it goes. Several minutes later, a person appeared together with the sound of noisy footsteps. As soon as I saw him, I let it slip out of my mouth. Oh, I do get it now.
What?
I forgot that Toya was like, the reason you haven't met this guy yet is because none of the other guys would have a chance. And they'd be right. One of the qualifications to enter the first district might be being beautiful. This young doctor's face was so well put together that it made me think that seriously. I felt a sense of affinity for him, perhaps because of his familiar brown hair. Brown hair is rare in Nasla. Ruse people have brown hair, and is a feature that rarely appears even when mixing various races. When the doctor breathed heavily, it swayed and stuck to his face. Looking closely, his whole body was covered in sweat. He must have been in a hurry to get here. If this doctor lived here, the women would never leave him alone. As he looks more like a Ruse person, they'd be less guarded around him compared to other men. So basically, he wasn't allowed to get a head start.
Hello. Nice to meet you. I'm a doctor, Ruzi.
The young man named Ruzi bowed politely. Now unfortunately, my game still hasn't had the bug fixed where all my save files have still been deleted. So I know I had done 2 of these, including this one. But I can't remember if I did nice to meet you or nice to meet you. I don't think any of these affect anything points-wise with him. But you know what we can do? We have the power of save at our disposal. So, in the event something goes wrong here, we can come back, right? I think I had done this one before, and this is the only one I haven't tried. So let's see if my memory's correct. Okay, no points. I know I didn't get any points with the next one. Let's see how this goes. Nice to meet you. With no malice in his voice or manners, I got caught up in the moment and lowered my head. Afterwards, I shook my head. What am I doing? This is a Nasla guy.
Is she the patient?
Yes. Can you heal her? Ruzi turned his back to me and began his examination. Already deep in concentration, he answered without turning back to me.
Right. As His Majesty said, I believe her fever is from mental fatigue. At any rate, let's give her medicine that will lower her fever.
He stood up after saying that and called out to me with the ease of going shopping.
Your name was Naala, wasn't it? I'm going to go get some water. Would you mind looking after her?
You don't have to ask. Solana is my best friend.
That's good. Then I leave her to you.
This is too normal. That makes things troublesome. Unlike other guys, I'm not getting a greedy vibe from him. If all Nasla men were savages like that Surin guy, I could curse them all out. Just thinking about it caused my body to shiver in fear. If this country were that bad, taking my life would be the better option. I touched the sleeping Solana's face and let out a sigh. Hurry up and get better, okay? If you don't, I might end up getting poisoned.
What's wrong?
Ruzi had returned, holding buckets of water in both hands. He tilted his head, looking at my difficult expression. I was just wondering if there was something I could do to help.
Thank you. In that case, would you peel this fruit?
This?
It'll be used in the medicine.
He hands me a fruit that is enjoyed as a luxury item. It had a hard skin, difficult to peel off by hand. As I was thinking about what to do, I felt something placed into my open hand.
Oh, you'll need this.
Huh? My mind went blank for a moment. I never dreamed that I'd be given a dagger so easily. And not just that, the person who gave it to me seemed to trust me with it as he turned his back to me. Toya had ordered the guards outside, so it was just me and Ruzi in the room. Despite that, he had no sense of weariness and submerged himself in making medicine. I'm grateful that he's working so hard to help my friend, but what am I supposed to do in this situation? Are you sure it's okay to give me this?
Yeah, I'm not worried.
You're strange. Even though I said so, in my amazement I began to peel the fruit anyway, so I guess I'm just as strange. I peeled the fruit at a distance from him where I could kill him at any time. You don't think that I'd stab you? I asked him in amazement as I quickly handed over the first peeled fruit.
Using that, I imagine the best you could manage would be to take me hostage and save yourself. Or you could kill me as a distraction. But I don't think you could do either of those things.
How do you figure? He handed over the next fruit and puffed out his cheeks. He smiled wryly and paused for a moment. We're both pretty absorbed in our work, so taking a breath would be natural.
I heard from His Majesty. You are a very courageous woman who is considerate of her friends. Also, I'm second to none in my ability to see people for who they are.
Well, as the top doctor in the country, I suppose you'd need to have good eyesight.
Eyesight?
What?
No, I just thought that you say funny things.
Are you making fun of me?
I'm not. For me, it's not so much about eyesight, but closer to instinct. I've got a strange intuition for people who might cause trouble.
Just like a herbivore.
Oh?
Like sheep and rabbits, how they can sense the presence of beasts who want to eat them. Now that I mentioned it, you do give off herbivore vibes. I lifted my head, feeling his gaze. He looked at me as if I'd said something surprising or mysterious, and I was also made to blink. What?
No.
As he said so, Ruzi's shoulders quivered slightly. It seems he was holding a laugh in. Did I say something funny? I thought, as I returned focus on my task at hand. You called a potential wolf a rabbit. He's probably like, well, I'm part of the people that kidnapped you here, and you're comparing me to a rabbit or a sheep, so that's kind of hilarious. I thought as I returned focus on my task at hand. A few minutes later, Ruzi spoke as if recalling something.
Don't you also often hear that you're strange?
Why? I respond while mechanically peeling the fruit with a crunching sound.
I'm still a Nasla person, at any rate.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't be here otherwise. This task has become enjoyable. Looking at the peeled skin piling up below makes me feel refreshed.
No, I just felt you'd let your guard down around me.
Well, now that you mention it, I have. I noticed suddenly upon him pointing it out. Working together, I'd become completely relaxed. Well, it's because you're not guarded at all. I just got influenced by you. I answered with regret in my voice, but in contrast, Ruzi laughed happily. But having lost his interest, he turned away. Looking at your hair color makes me a little delusional.
My hair? Oh, I got this from my mother.
Is your mother...
Yes, she was from Rus.
was? With a wry smile at my question, he muttered,
Not long after I was born.
His face, viewed from the side, looked so sad as he looked down after speaking. I see.
Oh, that's more than enough.
He changed pace quickly, moving on from that gloomy conversation. After taking the last one from me, Ruzi ground the fruits up using a wooden stick. And while I got lost in watching this familiar work, the medicine was finished in no time.
I'm sorry, Miss Solana, but could you please sit up for a moment?
Solana, who had been sleeping, sat up. Ruzi poured the medicine through her slightly open lips and confirmed that she swallowed it. After a few minutes, a look of relief spread across Ruzi's face. Upon seeing that, I also felt a weight lifted from my chest.
For today, please give her this medicine in several-hour intervals. Tomorrow, please give her this powdered medicine mixed with water.
He put a small bag with subdivisions and the medicine he just made in both of my hands. The liquid medicine in the wooden bowl smelled sweet, like fruit wine.
Only patients are allowed to drink that, you know.
I wasn't gonna drink it. I'm not hungry enough to sneak away my friend's medicine. But I was scolded just as I thought it looked delicious, so my face got hot.
Next time, I'll make enough for you too, Naala.
I told you, I don't want to drink it.
However, it seems like you are pushing yourself. You need nutrition.
Huh? I listened with a tilted head as Ruzi stood up with a bitter smile. He slightly bowed and passed by me.
Please tell her that she needs to get plenty of sleep.
Right. Without proper sleep, things that can be cured won't be. Agreeing with myself, I changed the wet towel that had been placed upon Solana's forehead. Seeing my reflection in the water in the tub, my face looked tired. Guess I need nutrition. Alright, and I think that's the end of Ruzi for a bit. I don't know when he'll pop up again, honestly, because he usually keeps to himself with his medical research, so I'll just skip ahead through a bunch of things until he appears. See you soon. Okay, I have skipped through a bunch of stuff. Solana's better. She's got a fiancé. We've been doing shenanigans with Toya. Mostly positive choices except for one. Because we don't want him to lock us away prematurely. With that said, we are married to him, so I don't know how this route with Ruzi is going to go. If divorce is going to be a thing like we had on Seth's route, or I'm hoping not for cheating, but we will see. I had forgotten, of course, that Uru has a three choice option tree that pops up here. And one goes to Toya, one is for Uru, and one is for Ruzi, and this should be the branching point. So, yeah, we should see Ruzi very shortly. Here's fingers crossed that I'm remembering correctly. I think he had offered to run a bath for her. No, you don't have to go that far. I'm just a little tired.
Oh, I see.
I'm pleased by your thoughtfulness, though. Thanks, as always.
As your servant, it's only natural. Well then, I shall prepare your change of clothes.
Uru really is an honest kid. I gave a wry smile when he gave his always proper bow. I thought I would wait for Uru to return, but before I knew it, I felt drained of all my energy and became sleepy all at once. I began nodding off, and eventually I couldn't resist anymore. I can't. Too sleepy. Uru will probably scold me for this, but I decided that I'll listen to that tomorrow morning. Interesting. So it kind of went the same as the Toya thing. We didn't see Ruzi. And is this all the same again? It is. Okay. Well, You guys got to see an extra dialogue option that I think does put you more on the Ruzi path. So, fingers crossed, and I'll bring you in when Ruzi actually appears.